So I used, I think, Fairy Blonde from Arda Wigs, and I got it off Depop just to save like $5 or $10 total off of this whole thing, including dye. But I brushed it out. You don't really have to. I just wanted to, especially since the last owner put a lot of dry shampoo in it, and I just wanted to get that out and just detangle it a bit. But you don't really have to brush it out. I just wanted to. So I'm using Rit Dyemore Super Pink, and after my water boiled, I put some in and I tested it, and I stirred it around, then I put a paper towel in it just to see what the color would look like, and I put a little bit more in just to make the color a bit darker or hot pink, but yeah. And once the water had the dye in it and it was below boiling, but like near boiling, I put the wig in, and it was probably in there for like 4 or 5 minutes total. You really just have to watch it. The wig was the color I liked it. I carried it over to the sink with a paper plate underneath it so the dye did not get on the floor, and then I rinsed it with cold water until the water ran clear, meaning the dye was out. After I rinsed it out and stuff, you can see it's very tangled. So during this, I'm just brushing it out and taking my time trying to detangle it. And then after it's detangled, I just let it dry. No, Souda's hair is not straight, but I took a straightener to it just to make it, well, straight, so it's easier to style, and just to make the cut more even, so, like, yeah. After I finished straightening it, I flipped it inside out just to straighten the other side, because as you can see, it did not straighten all the way, and I just wanted to make sure it was all completely straightened. After I finished straightening the wig, I put the wig on, and I kind of just like figured out where I wanted the wig to like be cut, like how long I wanted it to be, so I just started cutting it after that. And as you can see here, I kind of just kept all the hair in a gallon-sized bag for later. Then I took a piece of fabric that was the same color as the wig, and I measured it to my forehead to make a triangle that was about Souda's length of where his hairline was. And then I just took the first layer of wax and glued it to it, And yeah, then cut off the section of hair at the front just so the hair layered easily. And I cut off a bit too much, but that's okay because you can hide it later. And then I put some glue on the top and just repeated gluing it down on the triangle as I did the first layer of wefts. And obviously the hair is not going to line up perfectly with the triangle, but you just cut that off. And you just do that multiple times until it forms a good amount of thickness that you like. Forgot to add, you're using the hair that you put in the gallon size bag. Since I had a lot of hair left over, I used it to make a hairline, and I just glued it in pieces on the side like you can see. And the white stuff is tacky glue. Yeah, and then I took this section of hair and I just braided it for his braid that he has. And this is the final result. The front and the parts where I put the tacky glue was kind of shiny, but that doesn't really matter to me really. But yeah, this is the final product.